Myron, let's fucking go!
All right, and we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Fit, aka Money Monday. We're here with Alex. We're going to be talking about a trade something that I don't even know anything about. So I'm going to be here listening. Announcements? I'm trying to think.
Pretty much, we're going to be doing regular streams all this week, and then Friday we're going to do Chris AA meeting. Finally, he's going to go to AA live for you guys.
This Friday.
For the subathon. It's going to be fucking amazing.
All right.
But yeah, without further ado, welcome Alex to the show.
Brother. Appreciate you guys for having me.
It's funny because I've known you for 3 years now. 2-3 years, and you make a lot of money doing wholesaling and Landflipping. So I know who you are. They may not. Tell us who Alex Mineo is.
So I'm in the real estate game. That's really all I do. You know, I'm just flipping land. It's like wholesale, you know. So I'm wholesaling vacant land. So I'm finding a piece of property, getting it under contract. I don't buy the property. I know you do rentals and stuff. I don't buy the property. I don't invest in any type of property. Get it under contract, and I flip the contract. So it's like a middleman game.
So let's start from the very beginning. How you got into like business, getting into real estate as well.
Long start, bro.
I know.
So 2 years ago, I was in the Airbnb space. So I was doing Airbnb rentals, arbitrage. Same thing. Not buying anything, just getting properties, you know, under a lease, and then flipping putting the properties on Airbnb, short-term rentals, and they started doing like background checks out of nowhere. And from high school, I had like a little felony in high school from a fight. A fight, bro. It was crazy. I don't even know who this guy was, bro. So got into a fight in high school, got a felony for it, got arrested. That was on my record. Had to deal with a bunch of stuff, you know, with court, a year of probation, and out of nowhere, like Airbnb just shut down my account. And I was like, dang, you know, I'm stuck with all these leases, and there's nothing I could do with them, you know. So luckily I talked to the owner, the landlord, and he let me out of the lease, so I was good. And then I started doing high ticket sales for an Airbnb coaching program. So I was just, you know, a closer, getting my commission, whatever, made good money with that. Moved down to Miami. That kind of came to an end. And from there, I was just trying all these different things. You know, I started a solar company for a little bit with partners down here. I had 2 different partners. I started that once. It failed the first time with one guy. Just, it made no sense. It wasn't working out. And I started it out again with another guy. Same situation. Didn't go anywhere. So
where were you before Miami?
In Boca. So I'm from Palm Beach. I grew up in Palm Beach, like West Palm Beach. And I went to college in Boca, and then I moved down here, bro. As soon as I made my first dollar, I moved to Miami, and then I also spent my last dollars in Miami and had to make it all back.
How old were you when you moved down here to Miami?
23.
23.
So I've been here for like 2.5 years now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you did the actual solar panel stuff. It didn't work out. What'd you do after that?
I was trying a little bit of everything, man. I hopped on a few other coaching programs. Like I was running some other coaching programs because that was my thing. Let me think what else in between. I mean, that's it, bro. I've tried everything. I've tried e-commerce. I've tried like the rental properties. Like I've literally tried everything.
And you're friends with like Samir, KT Hustles, all those guys?
Yeah, I'm cool with those guys. Yeah. They kill it with the e-com stuff. For me, it didn't stick. I probably just didn't have the right guidance. Like those things, like you really need like top dogs like telling you like, hey, here's exactly what you need to do, or it's pretty tough to actually like see success in it unless you have a few $100,000 to blow on testing products, testing ads, things like that. So it's tough. But I got into this today. I had a few friends, actually multiple friends, all that I grew up with that were wholesaling. They were wholesaling real estate. Some were doing houses, some were doing land. And the guys that were doing land, it's like, all right, screw it. You know, they're killing it. Like I've literally failed at just about everything at this point. Like I'm just going to try it out. And I paid them to learn. They taught me a little bit. And I had another guy that actually ended up like helping me out a little bit more, just free game. But it was like the super like small things that like just blew it up for me. Just being able to ask like questions like, yo, like what do I do in this situation? What do I do here? Is this a good property? And then it started taking off. I did like 20K my first month, like right away. But I had good guidance, you know, like I had really good guidance. It's a crazy hustle though.
Like wholesaling, because we've discussed wholesaling before, but you're the first person at wholesaling land.
Yeah, man.
Like,
it's not as many people do it.
That's a whole other, because land, for me as a real estate guy, like, property is one thing, right? You can get your cash returns, you get a loan, you can figure out how much money you're going to make, but like buying land is like way more risky. But like if you know what you're doing, you can kill it, because very few people, a lot of people can invest in real estate, very few people can invest in land,
right.
And know what they're doing. So no, that's interesting. I've never met anyone that like, I've only met like a few people that do land, let alone land wholesaling. So very interesting. Sorry, you were telling us about.
No, but it's cool with land because land taught me like everything from like the bottom up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Can do
like
land,
I know,
you can do anything.
I know exactly what to look for. I know what makes the land good. I know what makes it bad. I know what the biggest home builders in all of America are looking for as far as what areas, the piece of land, exactly what they're building on it. So that's my next play.
Bro, if you can do land, you can literally do anything.
You can do anything.
You can, and the thing is with land is like you can get in at a fucking great price and you can see things that other investors simply can't see.
Bro, because people paid nothing for these properties years ago. Most of them just got it handed down. Like they just got it handed down.
They just want to get rid of it a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean it's quick cash.
Yeah,
they pay
I know,
taxes on it, things like that.
Is Okeechobee, is that area still like hot for
Okeechobee?
land? Okeechobee, I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's popping, bro.
Okay, because I've heard from a couple guys like that's a great place to buy land. But
are you talking about like Okeechobee, like by Lake Okeechobee?
Yes.
Yeah, it's popping.
Yeah,
it's popping hard.
Okay.
Super hard.
Because I've heard about that, and I was like, they're like, bro, you need to get it. I was like, dude, I don't know shit about land. I was scared, but I didn't know because
someone that knows what to do.
Yeah,
follow his lead.
Yeah,
I mean it's easy, man. Like honestly, like I could sit here and explain it all day, which I will, but it's a very simple play.
Yeah,
it's like the county and these cities, they have plans for these subdivisions, like what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there. So it's like you can call and say, hey, what's up here, what's up there, and kind of just see what development plans they have, what kind of like shopping centers are going to be built, schools, maybe things like that, and you just know like this is the next big place, like Okeechobee in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and for the audience, just because I know we have a lot of people here that might not be familiar with Florida, that's like, is it in Palm Beach County? Like half it is in Palm Beach, and
I don't know what county, but it's a little bit west, right under the lake. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's right by the lake.
It's like maybe what, 2 hours from here, I would say.
Probably.
But roughly 2 hours from here, guys. It's going towards. It's on. Do you got to get on? It's on 95. I think 95 touches it.
Bro, I just look at the map all day, and I know Florida like the back of my hand.
75. So I think 95 touches it, but then 75 going towards Tampa absolutely cuts through it.
Correct.
Prime real estate there, guys, for land. And people were telling me about it for years, but I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And like, I'm glad we got somebody here.
It started popping years ago, and it's still like going crazy, bro.
I believe it. So, I believe it. Florida real estate. And then now with the new mayor that's about to come in New York.
Oh, man. Everyone's about to move down here, bro. I'm in panic mode. I'm in panic mode right now trying to find the next area because...
No, you're going to kill it.
Miami's full. All these areas are full, though.
Bro, he won. I did a whole thing on this. This mayor in New York, Zerani, he's going to win, bro. He's a shoo-in.
He's Muslim?
He's a Muslim socialist.
Yeah, bro.
And he approves of the gay side?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
don't make sense to me, bro.
He's a super liberal, bro. He's a woke Muslim.
Yeah. How does that work,
bro? Bro,
it's like an oxymoron. How does that work?
Yeah,
you're Muslim,
like he's for everybody, but like they're cooked, bro.
No, I mean everyone's gonna leave New York. Yeah, except for the minorities. Everyone's gonna leave New York.
Anyone that has money's out, bro.
Yeah,
and they're coming to Florida.
Yep.
You already know.
You know that guy Jay Roberts? He invests a lot of money.
That's so funny.
He's coming to Miami. He's bringing everyone to Miami after that guy
I'm gonna tell you such a funny story.
Yeah.
So my friend,
he's fucking W. Yeah.
So I've been wanting a mentor. Listen to this. That's crazy that you just brought that up. I've never hit anyone up. I've never asked anyone for help. My boy Nick was like, "Yo, I'm a huge fan of that guy because he's legit. No one's legit.
He's legit, bro.
He's legit. Yeah. Prosper Group, bro. I shot him a DM 2 days ago. We're having a meeting tomorrow at 11:30.
Wow.
And I just hit him up humbly. Bro, I want to be like you one day. Like, this is my dream. And he answered me, surprisingly. Nice. We're literally meeting tomorrow at 11:30. So I'm like,
well, the good thing about Alex, his ads are everywhere. You can't not go on Instagram and not see him on Landflipping.
Good.
And you've been in Miami for quite some time. You met all the ballers, all the guys making money. Yeah. And we talk about this all the time. Like, bro, this nigga's really broke. This nigga's pretending. But you know how to make money for sure. So you're watching from Money Monday. How can I make money today from land flipping or wholesaling?
It's crazy. Like everyone says their business model is the best business model.
Yeah.
But like with this, like I can teach anyone in 2 hours. Like I could literally show you guys in 2 hours. Like you already know the area, Okeechobee, Myron. Get a property in Okeechobee for 17,000 and you'll flip it for 25,000 in a day and make $8,000. So it's like that easy. It's literally that easy, man. You just need to know the areas and you have to have the smallest amount of guidance. I mean, that's it. Just like minimal guidance, just pointed in the right direction. Like anybody can figure it out.
So someone's watching right now. They got like 2K to their name.
You don't
maybe
need money.
Nothing at all.
No, because you can literally go on Zillow.com, like where you can buy properties, you can buy land, put properties for sale, properties for rent. And if you know what areas to look, of course, all you have to do is call the listings. If there's 100 pieces of land available in this one tiny city, all you have to do is call every single listing and lowball them. Someone's going to say yes. Half of those people are listing the property because they're desperate. So you're literally calling. This is how I started, right? I didn't used to do any marketing. You know, I didn't do anything that costed money. I used Zillow.com for free. So you go on Zillow, you literally just make offers to these realtors. Hey, I'm an investor. I'm interested in, you know, this piece of property in Okeechobee. I can offer 17,000 cash. I can close in 30 days. You get a signed contract, and then you look who's building the houses in Okeechobee. Hey, I got a piece of land in Okeechobee. I'm asking, you know, 25 grand, and you flip it. You make your 8,000, and you do it again. So it's like you can get your first deal right away, bro. I literally got my first deal like right away. Just like that.
Yeah, I mean, the barrier to entry, there's no barrier. You can literally call them on Zillow. So when you're on Zillow, like, do you have to, like, search something? Because I've never seen it. Obviously, it's for home listings.
Right,
do you
right.
have to, like, put a
Just
certain
lots,
thing for land?
just lots and land.
You just
so
search
you
lots
know how
and
you
land.
can select houses, apartments, condos, things like that. Like you literally just choose land.
Okay, I
And
didn't
now
see.
all you see is land. And obviously, I mean, it's common sense. If this area has 1,000 pieces of land listed and this area has 50, like where do you think the jackpot is? You know?
Gotcha.
And if there's 1,000 pieces of land listed on the market, like you're gonna get someone to say yes, because half of those people are desperate for money.
Yeah.
Why else would they be listing their property they bought 20 years ago, you know, for 15 grand cash?
Yeah.
Like they just need the money quick for something, whatever it
Oh,
is.
are they all, like, cash deals pretty much?
Everyone owns it cash. I've never done a deal where someone financed the land. It's all
Really?
cash. They all own it cash. Passed down through the family, inheritance, you know, mom, grandparents died, they were on the deed. I mean, it's always that. Or they
Okay.
bought it 20 years ago for...
Can you even get, I'm trying to think, like, what loan would you even get? Can you even get land
I
loans?
honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I've bought some land, done a couple houses, like new construction, and it's like, I don't even know
yeah,
when it
'cause
comes
you
to
can't
loans.
even, I don't even think you can get a loan on land.
You got to buy cash.
I mean, you could. No, I mean, some people have had mortgages like held on their land, where they have to get like payoff quotes from the bank and stuff to be able to sell the property. So I mean, you can. I just have no clue.
Yeah.
No clue where.
Like,
what
I
the
don't know if
terms.
you'd be able to get a conventional 30-year or any of that shit. Like, it's got to be some kind of
I don't know.
unorthodox loan.
I've never looked into it, honestly.
So, okay. So the good thing is, I guess on the bad side, people can say, oh, it's cash. But on the good side, it's, you could close it quickly and the people are amenable more to
And you're not putting up the
negotiation.
cash. You don't need the cash. You have a contract that you can flip.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you're just getting it under contract.
Yeah, you just flip the contract. You don't
So
need
you're
the
the
money.
middleman.
You're the middleman. You don't have anything to worry about. You can cancel the deal if you can't find someone to buy it. It's like,
So let's say I'm following your process, right? And I start doing wholesaling today. If I max it out, I just grind for 30 days. How much could I make in like roughly like a month?
it's always tough to say, and like people always ask me that. I hate giving like a number because it's like everyone is like different when it comes to obviously intelligence, work ethic, discipline. But I just don't see how someone can't squeeze out 1 or 2 deals a month. Like I just if you're calling every day, you're putting in the work. It's really tough to not do 1 to 2 deals per month, and that's every deal is 5 to 7 grand in your pocket, and that's why it's a crazy business model. E-commerce, all these models, they're crazy business models, bro. You could sell your company for $50 million, you know, but you need real money and real experience to start, and you have to be cool, not taking any profit or making any profit for 6 to 8 months.
While you
know?
test it out.
That's a learning curve. The learning curve for this, like there isn't one. You know, you watch a few videos, you're through the learning curve, you don't need money, and you make money right away.
Yeah.
My
the thing
business-
is, you just got to grind, which I could take that. Like no capital needed. Just, are you passionate? Are you willing to do
That's
it?
it. You have to be
And
a
you can
hustler,
make
just
it-
like
yeah.
anything else. Like literally just like anything else, you just have to work. And
Because
that's
like
what
the
a lot
good
of
thing
people-
with this, with wholesaling, and I tell people this all the time, like you can make money, you can make great money in it. You just have to like really grind. Because like people think,
Yeah.
oh, well, I don't need any money, like, or how do I do something without any money? And like you're
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to put work in.
You have to put work in.
Because
I mean,
I remember going to work for 30 days straight, a month. I'm making $3,500.
Okay, so put it into yourself,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
One deal is $5K.
That's
Yeah,
what I tell
easily.
everyone. The average American can quit their job for one deal per month.
Damn.
Yeah.
And it's just not hard, man. Like, I know everyone says this isn't hard. That's not hard. It's just really not hard.
I mean, if you think about it, okay, let's say you work 40 hours a week. If you take that 40 hours per week
Oh
and
my
you're
God.
calling all day, like
Yeah.
if you literally take 8 hours and you're calling all day, you're on Zillow, you're calling every single day, you're calling, making offers, you can get at least one thing under contract 40 hours in a week, at
I mean,
least one
people
contract.
always get contracts,
Yeah.
like left and right, like anybody. It's. I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
can get a con. If you
Because
call,
you just make the offer and they'll be
just
like,
make
yeah.
the offer, and they're gonna say yeah. So you'll always get a contract. You just have to find someone to buy the contract.
Okay, so the harder part you would say is getting the contract easy. Converting the contract is probably the harder part.
Man, it's yes and no, because it's like when you're working with these large builders, D.R. Horton, all these big guys that everyone knows, LGI, Lennar. It's not like you could just shoot them a text message. Hey, here's what I have. It's kind of, you got to go through a few people to get them to actually answer you. And remember, how many people are probably doing the same thing to get them to?
Sure.
But it's just a matter of persistency. Like, we'll call people 10 times, and then they'll take the piece of land that we have.
Gotcha.
Just because they don't answer doesn't mean they're not interested. They just don't see it. You're dealing with some of the biggest cash-heavy guys in probably all of real estate.
Oh yeah, and they're buying it from you cash, right?
Everything,
Like, yeah.
cash, bro. And I mean,
No
they
loans.
spend.
Yeah.
They're spending like 10. Some of these builders will spend like 10 million a month on land, cash.
I believe it.
It's crazy.
Well, you save money, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
faster.
It's faster, just
You
easier.
can, you can lowball the fuck out of people with cash deals. Like, like one of the best ways to get a deal accepted is offering cash.
Cash.
Because especially when they're desperate, you're like, yo, I could close in 2 weeks.
I'll
'Cause
pay
we're
cash. We'll close in 2 weeks. You don't have to worry about anything. Let's just get it done. No financing. Let's go.
Yeah.
And if they're in debt and they need money,
Yep.
that's perfect.
Which
Because
most of
banks,
them are.
bro, like with banks, like you get a deal under contract, you think it's going to happen, and then the bank says, sorry, we can't finance it.
Oh, my
and then
God.
they can
All the
back out the
time.
contract, get their earnest money back, and you're cooked as the seller.
Seller.
It happens all the time. There was projects I was trying to do where we couldn't get the lending approved. Like trying to buy it. It was in Tennessee. Like the land was like 500 grand just for the land, and you build multi-million-dollar houses out there. Couldn't get approved for the lending.
Tennessee is growing at a rapid rate, man.
Crazy.
Tennessee and Florida, bro, Nashville, incredible.
It was in Nashville.
Really?
Is it Nashville?
Nashville, Knoxville, even Memphis is starting to go, bro. Because in Memphis, they're doing the teardowns. They're buying every shitty house, they're knocking it down, and they're building a nice house.
Dude, Tennessee is growing exponentially,
Yeah.
man.
Somebody watching now, where should they buy land? Just watching this podcast.
Buy land or
Yeah.
try to wholesale.
Buy land.
If you want to buy land, I mean, I would say there's a few areas like right now in like Arkansas, kind of like in the middle of nowhere, like Hot Springs, Arkansas, Bella Vista, Arkansas.
Ooh.
They're building a huge Walmart.
They're doing a lot of weird stuff.
Like
bro.
there's something, I forget what it is in Arkansas. I think it's a Walmart supercenter or like some kind of headquarters.
It's going crazy right now.
There, yeah.
It's actually all you have to look for is like where is like the next community going to be built. So people will own hundreds of acres of land at once, and then what do they have to do? They have to subdivide it. So they subdivide it into all these quarter acres, and then they start selling off the smaller lots to people that want to build a home one day. I mean, it becomes a community. That's all it is. And that's a big play too. If you can get into that, you purchase the land and then you entitle it. If you can find 100 acres that you're able to subdivide into quarter acres, I mean, that's 400 lots right there. You purchase it, you entitle it, you either sell off all the lots individually and squeeze out the most money possible, or you just sell it to a huge LGI, Lennar Homes, D.R. Horton, and they'll build a whole community on it. You make, I mean, bro, I know people that have made 2-3 mil cash in their pocket, assignment fee, off of doing stuff like that. I don't touch that stuff yet. I just do the smaller stuff right now, and I do volume. That's,
I
that's
was
kind
gonna
of my
say
thing.
you could probably do volume and less bureaucracy.
Those
and
take a
shit like
while,
that.
but I mean,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
And how old are you now?
25.
Wow. Pretty young, bro.
So, I guess so. Basically, the block is, and it's completely doable because you get on Zillow, call, look for lots, call, make cash offers, get under contract. The buyer doesn't know that the seller doesn't know that you don't have the cash.
They don't know.
They just they think you're gonna buy it.
And they honestly don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They just
And
want the property gone.
So 30 days, they think they're gonna get, or you tell 30-day contract. I'm assuming.
Usually 30 is the standard. There's some areas where you need like 45. Other areas, some builders are like, hey,
Even for cash,
10
30.
days, let me just walk past it and I'll let you know. But all these like larger builders, they have like a process, So
Okay.
they take a little bit longer. They don't have many boots on the ground. They do everything.
Okay. So
little
even though
bit
it's a
different.
cash deal, you tell them 30 days.
Yeah,
to buy yourself
always
more
30
time,
days.
of course.
Yeah.
Because that's a standard deal anyway. Then you go ahead, you call your people. Hey, I got this land.
I have a huge list already, but if you did not have a list, I mean, it's a simple system. You can Google home builders, Miami, Florida. Like, it's just, it's easy.
So let's say
it's so easy.
I'm here in Miami, and I want to sell land in Georgia. Is it like a remote job I can do?
Yeah, bro, everywhere.
Easy.
I've never left my house. I mean, I had one contract in Miami. That's the only time I've ever been like, I'm gonna go check out this piece of land. It was just right here in the roads, whatever, Coral Gables.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go check out a piece of land. This is the first time I've had a contract local. No, you do everything on the computer. You could see everything. Google Maps, the flood zone maps, the wetlands maps. That's all you need to.
And the seller's
out.
going to take good pictures.
Yeah.
There's no pictures ever.
Oh, they don't show pictures of
It's
land?
so rare, bro. Honestly,
So
it's
you
so
just go
rare.
on straight Google, not even them.
Yeah, but there's websites like you can check flood zones. You can see if it's in a flood zone, if it requires flood insurance. You can check to see if it has power lines in front of it, so it has accessible power. There's websites you could check the utility connection.
Whoa.
Is it connect? So it's
Okay,
like, bro, you
that's
don't
important.
leave the house.
Can you give
Yeah.
us some of the
Building codes,
checklists? Yeah,
stuff like
can
that.
you give us like some of the
Yeah,
things
yeah.
to like look for? Like stay away from
I
water.
mean, all you're staying away from is you stay away from flood zones
Okay.
because it's a flood risk. And building
Yep.
a new house there, you have to have like additional flood insurance. I don't know the exact cost, but it's up there because builders will not mess with it at all if they don't care. Wetlands, which is basically when the soil has a little more water than it's supposed to have. It can't hold the foundation of a house. Power, does it have power or is it in the middle of nowhere where you can't turn the lights on? And utilities, that's really it.
I remember the property I bought. I made sure it was above flood zone, because
Okay.
that would have been a bad deal.
Where? Which one?
I won't say where it is.
Oh,
but
yeah, okay.
Wait, when you say utilities, you're saying like it needs to be close to.
Like utilities, does it connect to the city's water and the city's sewer
okay.
system, or do you need to drill a well and put in a septic tank because it doesn't have either? Those are additional
Dude,
costs.
This guy built a 10-plex property, right, here in Miami, and he didn't check the actual plumbing and the water supply.
You'll get
He got
screwed.
fucked, bro. He
Bad.
could have rented out for like, it's been 2 years now.
There's nothing you can do.
Not rented. He
There's
spent like
literally
$5 million
nothing you can
to fix that. Doesn't have it. He put
So
all
that's
the
what,
money into the
that's
property.
what happens with a lot of these sellers that
Yeah.
I reach out to. They're not real estate investors.
They don't know what's
brother.
going on.
They bought this land because someone told them to buy it. It has literally nothing. They're asking $100,000, and we're always, my team is always telling them like, look, you can't even do anything with this piece of land. Like I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's useless. You're gonna have to wait 15, 20 years for anything to happen here. So it's still buildable. Don't get me wrong, but you have to drill a well. Utilities, you have to get a power extension sometimes, a water extension, and that stuff's just pricey. So
you're calculating like, let's say you spend like 200 to 1 mil, but by the time you buy the property, you gotta spend 3-4 mil. You're cooked
yeah, on what though? Like what do you
on
mean?
like plumbing and like
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
like
yeah.
water and the city, the building codes.
It adds up quick, and that's why these builders are super strict. And you'd be shocked. I mean, they'll go. D.R. Horton, the biggest in America, will go back and forth over $1,000. You know what I mean? Because it adds up when you're spending $10 million a month, and these costs come in. If the lot is not perfectly flat, and you have to bring in 20 loads of dirt, that's like 10 grand right there, man. Plus the labor, so it just adds up. The houses they're building aren't crazy margin. $50,000 to probably $70,000 margin. Volume game. Just
So
pump them out.
So knowing all this, right? What are your current thoughts on the dating? The real estate market?
Dating.
I'm still stuck on dating.
You're good, bro.
So real estate market.
I
because
mean, it's not a big deal. It's real estate. It's like always going to recover. Obviously things are slowing down. At one point, I think there was more houses listed in Florida and Texas, more sitting inventory than all other 48 states combined.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure. That's something I saw. Don't quote me on it, but that's something. I mean, it makes sense. It's crazy. So obviously, people just wait for rates to go down. So a lot of builders are dropping their prices right now, which it's a good time to buy. Who cares about a high rate? Refinance the property.
Yeah.
People freak out about rates, but they're just trapped in the system. Like they literally.
Yeah,
Government
if a deal's good, buy it. Even if the
matter.
rates are high, you can always refinance. That's the stupidest.
I
when people say
hate,
that.
but it slows down the whole market because it's NPCs
People are
that know.
scared.
Yeah.
They don't understand. They're listening to the government. Rates are high right now. It doesn't matter. It's like they can control when it wants to go up, when it wants to go down. Obviously, rates are about to go down early 2026, probably, I would say.
You think so?
Yeah, no, I know for sure. They'll go down early 2026. I think it'll get better. A lot of people think this summer, but it's just not happening.
All
April was tough for sure. A lot of these builders were like fully paused. The biggest ones, they weren't picking up land. So had a tough month.
Something's happening.
Huh?
Something's happening.
Well, now we're back. Now I don't know. They just took a break.
Well, also keep in mind conflicts and shit.
War.
Yeah.
Prices are going up.
Yeah,
for
It all affects
materials.
it in the short term, but in the long term, real estate, it'll always prevail.
All right.
Yeah. And like, yeah, interest rates, I tell people that all the time, oh, is it the right time to buy? Look,
Yeah.
if you find a deal, guys, for all of you guys in here that are like, you know, obviously you're more of an expert on land. For me, you know, when it comes to like finding a house, if the house cash flows, like pick it up. Like
Yeah.
if the numbers work, I don't care what the fuck the rate is. Pick up the house. You can always refinance later.
Yeah.
Like control the asset. That's what matters. Like people are ridiculous when I'm not going to pick it up because interest rates are high. Can you afford the house and are you cash flowing? Yes. Buy it.
Yeah. But is it gonna? Okay. Right now in the marketplace, is it easy to find a deal though?
For land or for what?
Property.
Yes, brother. Home builders are chopping the price. I even have to, on a house that we have built, have to chop down the price a little bit just to get it sold. You know? Because the houses we're building are not for the wealthy. It's spec homes. So it's like the Matrix houses, you know? Every house is the same, cookie cutter, same size, same color, HOA communities. So it's not like there's a niche for them. You know, it's like the average first-time home buyer, median income earning American is buying these houses. They're $300,000. So those are the ones that take the hit.
There's a correction for sure. Like if you're in Miami right now and you got cash, you could probably pick yourself up something really good because everyone wants to sell, and you know it doesn't make sense to get a loan in some case in a lot of these deals. So if you got cash and you want to buy in Miami right now is like a great time to buy.
April was the time, bro.
Yeah.
I hit in April, not in real estate, in the stock market. In April, it crashed. I think it was like April 19th or something. I bought all the most basic stocks in the world, and my whole portfolio is literally up 38% today, which is crazy. You don't get those, you know, you don't
Were
get
they real estate stocks you bought?
No, bro. I'm
just
buying
random
just
stuff? Okay.
VU. I
VU?
mean SCHD.
Okay, well, yeah.
So,
Yep.
I mean, these are like 7%, sometimes even 6% of your stocks. But
Yeah.
when you buy things in a crash, like we are right now, real estate, buy land right now, all this stuff, I mean, you're gonna make your money back in a couple years.
Yeah,
know?
you never lose money if you hold it.
Yeah.
Like
You
if
never
it's
when you
an
sell.
asset.
It's when you sell.
This is money. There's no point in having money in the bank. This is money that you set and you literally forget. My stock brokerage account, brother, I don't even have it. It's not even a part of my life. Like there's nothing you can do with it. You put it in there, you forget about it. It's not going to do anything in 2 or 3 years. Sometimes land will. You know, do you know Port St. Lucie, a little bit north?
Yeah.
Bro, Port St. Lucie, 2 years ago, land was selling for 50 to 60 grand. Today, 150K.
Wow.
Every single
That
lot.
place is a dump too.
Yo.
What the fuck?
Who goes there? Nobody.
All the commercial huge home builders, they turn it into the next paradise, you know? Like they build these crazy, that's what they do. They find these areas, it's a dump, they knock everything down, they start it fresh, and they just turn it into
Well, you know what
here's
it
the
is?
point.
It's in a good area. You're not far from West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
You're not
It's a
far
nice
from-
area, bro. It's on the
can drive
water.
to-
Also,
you
you know?
can drive to any of the major Fort Lauderdale, Miami. You're within, like, yeah, it's an hour or two, but you could get anywhere in the major places.
But you know what's crazy? Everyone
South Florida.
that can't afford to live here, they're going upwards. So Orlando. So eventually, people will go there at some point. Yeah. So I get
'Cause
what
then
you're
you got Boca, Palm Beach. That's the real money for sure.
Yeah, Boca,
But
sure.
you know, those areas are done. They're not. There's no land to buy. They'll tear it out. They'll buy houses, knock it down, and they'll build a $60 million waterfront mansion. You know, like they're already knocking down a multi-mansion to build a even bigger mansion because that's all that's left there.
Big plays.
You know, you can make a lot of money there for sure.
We'll take a break for some chats real quick, if you don't mind, Bills. We got Alex Minman says, "Is land flipping better than wholesaling houses, and why?"
Good question.
I would say so, and that's obviously the most common question. Obviously, there's not as much that goes into a land deal. You have to remember, a house typically has a tenant. Think about it. What properties are really just sitting vacant? Almost none. And if you get one of those, it's a steal. You know, it's a lucky deal. So there's nothing on the property. There's no emotional attachment. There's no mortgage attached. They own it cash. They paid probably nothing for it. It's in and out. You don't have to schedule inspections. You don't have to schedule showings. And it's
no headaches, bro.
There's no headaches. That's the only way. There's just no headaches to it. You could do real volume. You know, I do 40, like a weirdly consistent 40 deals per month, almost every month. 40 wholesale deals. Some months, you know, it'll be 27, 28, but I'll have like bigger deals mixed in.
Yeah.
With larger, you can make 50K on a land deal, you know? So it's just a mix. But
bro, no inspections, no home bro,
that's what I was saying. I'm like, no tenants, no toilets,
no stress,
no
upkeep,
no repairs,
quick bang, and then
you
you're
you don't have to wait for
that's
fix and
crazy.
flippers.
Like for me as like a real estate guy, like just hearing like no inspections, no tenants,
because it's a headache, bro.
Toilets, no nothing. Like, wait, what?
He has no stress.
Taxes, like
no stress. Because think about it.
Shit.
If you were who are these house wholesalers selling these houses to? Who are they flipping them to? Fix and flippers. They have to go check the property out in person. They need pictures. They need to walk the property. They need to get quotes from their contractors.
Yep.
No pictures, no walking. No one walks the property. They never walk the property. You know.
There's no need. Yeah.
They'll tell me in an hour, Alex, I'm good. 35K, let's get the deal done. Just like that, every single time. So it's bread and butter.
When it's only land, there's no bureaucracy, bro. I didn't think about that. Like just the fact when you said no inspection, I'm like, oh shit. Like
it's a game changer.
You can really make this shit happen fast.
I've seen him come from.
There's no people involved. It's like you get it from the guy. Okay, just land.
Yeah.
It's funny because I met him when he was like really not there, and it seemed now where he's at making that much money, bro, is fucking amazing.
Bro, the land thing, like I said before, there's just not enough people in it, and it's I know you said it's easy, but it's still a skill set because like most people want cash flow, most people want a house, most people want tenants, and most people like land. You gotta, it's a skill set still. I know you said it's easy, but it's still a skill set.
It's simplistic. It just takes work.
Yeah.
But it's like if you have someone saying, hey, in Okeechobee, check for flood zone, check for wetlands, and make sure you're under 20 grand. I mean, you kind of just got to.
Would you say those are three rules right there? Under 20K, no flood zone.
For Okeechobee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's monkey see, monkey do. 20K, be under 20K, flood zone, wetlands. That's it, because that's the only indication that you could build a house on it.
Okay.
That's it. That's literally all you have to look for.
So your three things are when you're looking at land, no flood zone, no wetlands, close to power lines, and the ability to get utilities.
That's it.
And under 20,000.
That's it.
If you get
only
those
for
five
Okeechobee,
things.
Florida, though.
Okay.
Otherwise, the price is irrelevant. Everywhere's prices are different. For example, in Port St. Lucie, I'll say be under 150,000.
Okay.
Because that's what they sell for. All these weird little pockets, these like subdivisions that they just develop and build all the same houses on, they have like a set price.
Okay.
Like all the land sells for the same price. Here and there will be a high sale from a retail buyer. Someone thinking they're catching it at a good time investing. But the home builders, it's like they'll send you their sheet. Hey, I'll buy lots here, here, and here. This is the price I need to be at. Here's my criteria. You just have to go deal hunting.
Okay.
So it's very simple, but you still have to, just like anything else, put in the work.
Are you taking on investors to help you with this?
No. But I don't mind putting people on game because all we're going to do is partner on deals and think about how much land there is. Once they finish building out Port St. Lucie, Okeechobee, Cape Coral, Lehigh Acres, all these areas, what's next? The next 100 acres.
Do you specialize in Florida only, or I know you mentioned
I do everywhere, but I don't like to overcomplicate it for some people. But it's like
what are your top states?
I'm talking Florida because I'm in Florida, but top states are going to be Arizona, Colorado, North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, Arkansas. Right now, Texas is pretty crazy, pretty crazy. Even the Northeast, I'm starting to.
I'm surprised
do some
Colorado.
Up there. Why? There's a lot of land.
A blue state. Oh,
but there's a lot of land.
Yeah. Okay.
So
the big,
we're not going to run out of land.
Nice land too.
Anytime soon. It's very nice.
Yeah,
very
people
scenic.
want to be around the mountains and stuff.
Oregon too, super nice, bro. Some really nice areas by the water too in Washington. Also, Washington State, really nice. I mean, the cool thing is you can do it anywhere. Obviously, some areas like a little bit hotter, but I mean, I've done deals in like the middle of nowhere. Like Georgia in the farmland, right? I did a poultry farm.
Okay.
A piece of land that was I think 75 or 85 acres. It was able to be converted into a poultry farm. And who do you think we sold it to? A fucking poultry farmer.
Yeah.
So it's like you could do it anywhere.
Tyson or some shit.
There's so many niches of land. There's the small residential. There's commercial land, farmland, agricultural land, like everything. Like you could tap into a lot of it. I have a buddy that does only larger pieces of land, slinging shit in Hawaii, bro. You know what I mean? Like literally doing deals in Hawaii. So it's crazy. You can do it.
That's probably expensive too. Probably
Hawaii.
Yeah.
There's this one area. I mean, the lots are selling for like 150K.
That's it.
It's this one specific area that's like popping off there. I forgot which island it's on.
Hawaii's not cheap, bro.
Yeah.
No, I mean the waterfront lots in Hawaii, we're talking millions of dollars for the land just to build a house on. I mean, they'll build some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it anywhere. The Florida Keys, you know, like literally anywhere. If you find a piece of land and you have it below its actual value, someone will pick it up.
So let's say someone wants to. Can you take us? Let's assume someone's watching this. Like, you know what? I want to fucking try this. Can you kind of give them a rudimentary, quick, step by step how they would do it?
Yeah. So step number one is you need to find what areas you want to do it. So all you're looking for is volume. I use literally Zillow for everything. You go on Zillow.com, you put on the filter for land, of course, and that's it. Not for sale, sold. So you can see where is.
Should we do a demo right now?
I mean, we could if you guys want to.
Yeah, let's.
I'll literally teach you how to wholesale land right here.
Let's do a quick demo for the people out there.
Let's do it. That would be fun.
Give y'all the value. Hey man, it's Money Monday. We'll help you guys make some goddamn money. So, Bills, if we can, we'll go Zillow.com real quick.
Here we go.
We'll show you guys how to do this real time with the expert.
And this is real game. I want everyone watching to know though. Like I'm serious. Like this is how you're gonna start. So, do you see where it says the search bar right there?
Yep. Here, we're going to make it big for you so you can see.
There you go. Perfect. Just type in Cape Coral, Florida, CAPE, Coral. Right there. Click on any, the first one is fun. Now, we just need to play with the filters here. So you see right there, for sale, change that to sold. So now we're only looking at properties that have actually sold. Now, home type up there on the filters. Deselect all. Get rid of all of it. Click on land.
Lots of land.
Now we're only looking at land. Okay. So now there's over 6,000 pieces of land in Cape Coral that have sold.
Shit.
But hold up though. We need to look at only the last 90 days because we want to look at trends. So click more up on the top right. Scroll all the way down. All the way. Sold in last. Put 90 days right there, my brother. And now we're only looking at current prices. But still over 600 empty pieces of land in the last 90 days have sold. So for everyone watching, if you think that you cannot get a piece of the pie there, you're lacking confidence in yourself. So, I mean, it's crazy. You have, I don't want to overcomplicate it here, but obviously you can
pick whatever one you want. And then how would you go about it?
Now we can
So you can see the areas on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to zoom in.
See like drastic price differences. Is this like,
I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'll tell you why. So zoom in right there. Perfect. That spot right there. So most of these lots above that one main bridge that are going through the middle, it's utilities. Okay. You could turn on satellite too if you want on the bottom. On the bottom. It's fine. You don't have to. Not a big deal. Map, satellite.
Okay.
So all those properties right there that are selling for cheaper, they require a well and a septic tank. Okay. So that's the only difference right there. A well and a septic tank. And then all the properties, if you scroll down a bit south, keep going down, a little more. You see how those are all selling for a bunch more? So above the bridge, they're all selling for 30 to 40 grand.
Okay, and that's because you're saying they're going to have to probably do their own septic.
They're going to have to, for sure, have to drill a well and a septic tank.
And you know that just off experience?
I just know Cape Coral. Yeah, I know this area.
Okay.
So all the ones you see here, right? So that one that sold for 115 right there.
Yep.
Why did that sell more, than the one that sold for 80 and 90K? It's on the water. So there's always a few different things that will come into play with each area that you have to look for. But then there's also areas, zoom out a little bit, like actually a ton. Zoom out a fair amount and then go down to the right a bit south out of Cape Coral. Keep going more. You can zoom out more. Even more. Right there to the right. You see Lehigh Acres?
Yeah.
So zoom in on Lehigh Acres and click remove boundary. So in Lehigh Acres, every single property is the same. And this shit is crazy too, bro. 1,000 lots have sold in the last 90 days. I mean, everything is going for around 30 grand, give or take, unless it's a double lot or it's in a special little neighborhood. So it's like, if you want to get started, go to Lehigh Acres, try to get a property that is listed on the market under contract for 20,000.
So would you say that all of these like 20, 15, 20K, like I see a lot of 20, 30K?
It's just people getting deals.
Okay, so
top of the market is 30 grand. Anything below that.
Okay. So these have utilities and power lines.
Yeah, these are all the same in Lehigh Acres.
Okay.
Like every lot is the same. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's like the Matrix.
Now, let's say let's pick a random one here.
Okay. Zoom in right there.
The one for 20K maybe, I don't know.
Just zoom in. Just if you wanted to zoom in, we could go through
I want to make something very important announcement here. What? If you don't know what you're doing, though, don't try this at home.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get fucked up.
Yeah,
Why?
You're making it easy, but bro, there's some things that you're not saying.
Well, I mean, the cool part is though, you can play around with it.
yeah.
No, you could play around with it. I mean, like literally, there's no repercussions. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, you could elaborate if you want.
I mean, isn't this like you got to think to make sure that you're not getting fucked up with building codes and like?
No, you don't have to worry. That's not on you, man. You're just the middleman. Like
you're just getting under contract.
You literally have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
There's no repercussion. So you see
and
that
the good thing is, you said that you can cancel the contract,
bro.
right?
You can cancel the contract at any point in time, no repercussion. So you can literally play around. You can get 100 contracts signed, just to prove to yourself you know how to get a contract signed. And if you want to cancel them all, you can cancel them all like it never happened.
Oh shit.
So that area right there, you see, we got 33,000, 38,000, 31, 29. It's safe to say the average, give or take, is around 30 grand.
Okay.
You know, that's top of the market.
So let's click one here. So how would you go about, which one do you want us to click real quick?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
They're all going to be the same.
Let's click that 29K one right there, I guess. So we click this one here, right? This lot right here.
So it says upland right there, number one. So that means it does not have wetlands. So that they just cleared it right there for you. I wouldn't click on it, though. I would just zoom in. So if you click out just to the left, just click on the screen to the left, anywhere. Now just zoom in on it, just fully. No, don't click it again. Just zoom in. Just like that. I would be looking from there. Okay. So that's a good lot. It's on a canal. There's a new house being built.
Oh, shit.
3 doors down. So you already know that's a good deal. All right. So the average lot right there is selling for $30,000 fresh. Either you, what price would you need it at to make some money?
So 30K.
The average lot right there is selling for 30K on the market.
You need to get it for 20 at least.
20. I mean, I take deals that'll put 2-3K in my pocket. You know, and do 100 of them. Anything below 30,000, it is as simple as that. So now, if you even want to look, if you want to mess around, click change it to for sale.
So what would you do? So with this deal, let's assume you're going to take this deal. What would you do from this point? Would you call you?
Yeah. I'm going to show you. So that one's not listed on the market, so there's nothing we could do because that was a sold. It just sold. So obviously someone's going to build a house. But when you zoom out, look, all those are for sale for 30K. Click on that 30K, right next to that one. Any of those? I'm putting you to work. Sorry. All right. So click on one of those, the 30K. Just click on it. Click on it. Open it up. Now click on it again. The picture. So this is for sale. All right. So scroll down. Scroll down. A little more. Boom. Phone number right there. Now scroll up. I don't want everyone calling this person. Yeah, scroll up.
Right.
So all you would do is you would call. Hey, I see you have this property here listed on the market. I'm interested. I'm a local investor. You have it listed for 30 grand. That's a little bit high. You know, I see lots around are selling for a bit less. Whether they are or they aren't, you're going to tell them that. I see that lots around it are selling for a bit less. I'm interested in submitting a cash offer. And with realtors, you're dealing with the realtor here. You're not calling
the owner. Yeah.
So you need to build rapport. You know, you need to pitch them. Hey, like if we get this one done, I could do 20 or 30 of these every single month with you. And because they're listing vacant land for 30 grand, brother. They're not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you have to build that rapport there.
That's a good play.
And the future relationship. And they'll not only bring you deals, but they'll give you this deal. So, hey, 30 is a bit high. Would the seller take, maybe 23,000 if I pay cash, close in 3 weeks, and I pay all the closing costs to the title company? And they'll say, look, if you call 50, 60 people, someone's going to say yes. And that's it right there.
Let's go. That's soft right there, man.
That's it right there.
So, from beginning to end. So you would offer on a 30K deal, you would knock about you say 23K.
I try to go for 5 to 7K.
Okay.
Because these are you're not going to get much more out of it. It's only worth 30K. If you're dealing with the property worth 200K, then squeeze the juice out.
Okay.
I'll get my 20, 30K spreads, a few times a month, and then I'll do.
Well, no, that's a big deal because obviously people here, they're going to try to figure out, okay, how can I be aggressive, but at the same time, not be too cheap. So you're saying, what should people be aiming for in the beginning to like profit margin?
So a lot of
2
people,
to 3,000 profit margin.
A lot of people, all these guys they teach offer 50%. You'll never get deals offering 50%, and I hate that they teach that. It's just not realistic. It's not going to happen. I've been doing this.
They might hang up the phone on you,
brother. I mean, it's just not going to go anywhere. Take what you can get and don't get upset. Do volume. Go for the volume. Come in. I would say anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 less.
Okay.
Usually
$5,000 to $7,000.
That's what I personally aim for. Okay. But I also know that if I get this property at $23,000, I'm guaranteed to get $30,000 for it. So if you don't know, you could play it a bit safer. Or once again, just fuck it, get it under contract. There's no repercussions. Feel it out, see what you can do. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. just have fun.
So look, you want to make money now? Here you go.
So it's probably better. I'm just trying to understand here, just for the people here. So it's probably better to get it under contract a bit higher and try to get more from the person you sell it to, versus getting it.
They
under,
won't pay more. You remember how I was telling you, D.R. Horton will fight you over $1,000?
Yeah.
They're not going to overpay just because
Okay.
you're asking them to. There's, I mean, I know he's not here anymore, but there's thousands of lots listed for sale. If you don't bring it to them at the market price, they'll just go get another one.
They'll just tell you no. Okay.
They'll just say no. I'm telling you, they fight over $500. So
Wow.
yeah, and they're worth billions of dollars, but you're fighting over $500, probably 10,000 times a month. It adds up into your profit margins, and then a lot of the times too, these lots won't be perfectly flat. You got to fill them. You got to put dirt.
Because they know that they have to come in and probably
It
do some
adds up.
shit.
It all adds up.
Okay.
All that stuff adds
Because it
up.
becomes their problem after that. That
Right.
makes sense. Okay.
Yo,
yeah.
so I don't want to hear no bullshit. This is some free sauce for you guys from Alex. Go on the
Yeah.
market for Alex, man.
Shout out
Put in
to
the
him,
work,
man.
bro.
I don't think they got the soundboard. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it though. I mean, there's nothing more to it. Now, for my marketing, there's different strategies, right? Those are properties listed on the market publicly for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Now, my game is off market.
Off market.
So I'm only touching. I take that back. I do have on market that we still do because it's free money, literally free money. But our main thing is off market, and we text. We mass text. So I send out 400 to 500,000 text messages every single month. Like, hey, I can get a list of every single property owner in Lehigh Acres.
I'll tell you this shit, it's effective because I get them. I want to buy your house and next.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what the fuck? How the fuck this guy texted me, bro? I'm
It's
like,
crazy. So I'll literally get a list of everyone that owns an empty piece of land in Lehigh Acres. But here's the catch. You could put a filter so that they bought it 10 years ago. So you're not texting people that bought it a year ago that already are building a house on it. I'm texting people that have owned the property for 10 years or more, which means, number one, they didn't pay shit for it. Number two, they're not doing anything with it. So if there's 10,000 people in Lehigh Acres, if there's probably 10,000, there is 10,000 lots empty, available, ready to go. Text all 10,000 of those people, hey, I'm interested in 123 Main Street. Cash buyer, can close fast. I'll pay closing costs. Would you sell the property? People are going to say yes. You're going to get
bro,
more.
saying you're going to cover closing costs is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna
But
take
you don't
that all
cover
day.
them. The builder covers them.
Yeah, true.
So you're good.
Yeah.
So they get excited.
Yeah,
But
I mean, covering closing costs is a huge.
I mean, it's
fucking,
$2,000. I mean, for these lots, these cheaper ones, it's like closing costs will be like $2,000.
yeah, but that's
I
more
mean,
pocket for them,
Bro,
They get a bigger
hell yeah,
profit
man.
margin.
They're always, I want this amount net. I want net.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want any fees.
saying closing, saying your cover closing is huge.
So it's crazy though. Like, just I want you guys to understand like the scalability.
yeah,
Lehigh Acres is one area. Do you know how many areas in the United States there are?
A lot.
Like Lehigh Acres, like you can infinitely just keep rinse and repeat. You know,
Yeah.
I've texted Lehigh Acres probably 200, 300 times.
Now, is there
So-
a level where, because there's some people here might say, oh, you know, I'm a little scared to get into buying lots for $30,000, $20,000. Is there a level where it's too low for it to make sense, or can they get started with maybe looking at a lot for $10,000?
Again, it doesn't matter though.
Yeah,
They
because
don't
you're
have
not
to
putting
put
up
up
the money.
They're not putting up the money. Like,
Yeah. So go big, guys.
I was showing my little brother how to do this, right?
Yeah.
And the first thing he did, he sent me, it was a $1 million lot. I think it was in Marco Island or some shit. I'm like, bro, why are you sending me this? He's like, well, you said it doesn't matter. And it's true. It doesn't matter. You can go after a $10 million piece of land on Star Island. And you know what? If you get that shit under contract, I mean, you're in the green. You know, you can make $1 million just like that. That'll be the easiest. I've been trying for a long time to get a property on Star Island under contract. That'll be the easiest $2 million cash I'll ever make in my life. And I spent probably $20 in texting to get that under contract.
I was gonna say
Wow.
Diddy's house, but he bought it cash. Well, he
Yeah.
well he didn't buy it. He paid off
There's
the
like
loan.
one main. It seems there's like I always go and I drive through there for manifestation, but there's like one main.
Manifestation.
There's like one main guy on Star Island buying all the land, building all the homes. If you get a property under contract and you send it to him, he's gonna take it. You know what I mean? And
Okay, now I see the play because you know. Okay,
You got his phone number?
yeah, he has it listed. Why do you think he has it listed? If someone in the neighborhood is tired of their land or their house, who are they going to call? They're going to call him right away. So, I mean, that guy's making $20-30 million for these waterfront builds he's doing. You know, you buy the land for, I mean, so I don't want to.
yeah, guys like that aren't even gonna question you. They'll buy it because
They don't
the
give a shit.
location. Yeah,
Bro, they will pay twice the amount because
Yeah.
they're making $40 million on the build.
Sheesh.
yeah.
I'm serious. So you buy the land for, let's say, $20 million. Construction costs another $20 million. You're all in $40 million. Obviously, you have your other costs, you know, from lending and stuff, interest piling up. But like, you'll sell that house for 80 mil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A waterfront Miami Star Island mansion. I mean, like you make $40 million.
And if it was owned by another celebrity prior, etc.
Yeah. They don't care. You know, that's when you're playing the big game. But when you're playing the little game, builders will fight with you over $1,000. But the method is this, right? If you're not doing Zillow, which I recommend, there's nothing wrong with doing on-market Zillow. Like, I still consistently bring in 2 to 3 deals from on-market. And for the average person, they can quit their job with that. And I do that part-time, you know, like an hour or 2 a day.
Yep.
Like literally for on-market. Our game is off-market. We text blast people, and they either say they want to sell or they don't want to sell. And if they want to sell, we offer below market value. Once we get the signed contract, we start looking. Who is building all the houses in this area, and get their contact information.
Honestly, dude,
and send it to them.
Just off the info you gave, like we did a step-by-step on how to do this. Let's say someone works a job right now, make $50,000 a year. Some regular guy that's watching this right now, average guy, making $30,000 to $50,000 a year. They can literally, like, you work 40 hours a week? Take 10 hours a week.
I can assure you, anyone that's in here right now, if you actually woke up and you took action on this, like I promise you, within 30 days, you'll probably get a deal under your belt. Obviously, do a little bit of research to find the best areas. Reach out. You can reach out to home builders before you even start making calls.
So how do they find home builders in their area? What should they do?
If you want to go back on, you can
let's
literally
do it real quick.
You can Google if you want. You can literally Google home builders Lehigh Acres, but let's go a little more high level if you want. Go back to Zillow.
So I'll show you guys not just how to do it, but now how to find home builders.
So now you know how to find the deal.
Yep.
Right.
How do you pitch it?
You know how to look for a hot market by where is all the land selling, and then you got to figure out what it's worth. But here's how you find home builders too. So go back to Zillow, and it's cool because you can find these areas, bro. And before you even start doing research, you could just call the home builders and say, "Hey, if I can bring you some land here, what would you pay for it?" So all you have to do is go. If they say I could pay 40 grand in Cape Coral, all you have to do is go find a property under 40 grand in Cape Coral, and you just
that's
put
actually
5
good
grand
because
in
they
your
can
pocket.
kind of set your expectations of what you're going to offer.
It's reverse wholesaling.
Yeah.
You know. So just type in Cape Coral again in the search bar. Same thing. And now we're gonna do for sale houses.
Don't worry, guys. He's actually Italian.
What are they talking about?
They thought that you were. Yeah.
All right. So now you see the more button. Scroll down like halfway. Here's the sauce right here. Everybody, seriously, write this shit down. Scroll down halfway. A little more. A little more. A little more. Boom. Year built. You can put what year the house has been built. If you put 2025, what do you think is going on?
Oh, nothing. Yeah.
They just built the house.
Yeah.
It's brand new. So type in 2025 and click apply. So now, guys, scroll down on the right. Look at that right there. These are all new construction houses. And sometimes it'll even have the builder's name. So keep going a little more. Let's find one that has the builder's name. Right there. Boom. Bonham Builders. Click on it. So now all you would do is you would scroll down, and guess what? Their phone number is going to be right there. Scroll down a little bit more. A little more. Keep it going. Oh, what is that right there? Go up. That's their phone number.
Phone number.
Okay.
All you have to do is call them. Hey, I see you're building new construction in Cape Coral, Florida. What are you looking for right now, and what are you willing to pay? And they're going to send you a sheet with their pricing and their criteria, and all you have to do is go get it.
Nice.
What easier?
Nice.
How much easier can I make it?
Yeah, man, that's fucking lit.
How much easier can I make it for you guys?
Yeah, no, so that's okay. So, like, you identify the area, find the builders in that area.
Yeah.
How much do they want to pay? Because they're going to give you a whole criteria because they want to build.
They'll tell you exactly what they want to pay. They need someone like you.
Yeah.
They don't have time to make all these calls all day, every day.
Yeah.
They don't have time to mass text
very
off-market
tedious.
properties. And when you're bringing them off-market properties, these are properties that they couldn't have gotten otherwise. So you are their middleman. Man, I have some builders that send me fucking Christmas mail and shit. You know, they love me. I'm bringing them all their lots.
Thank you,
Oh,
Alex.
yeah, because they're making money
New
hand over
deals.
fist. Because
Crazy.
They're getting it for a good price. They build on it, and then they're selling it for 10x the price, man. Fucking crazy.
And now that I know what I know, I'm about to start going like crazy with the
Yeah.
building stuff. Crazy,
No, I mean,
crazy,
this
crazy.
is, bro, honestly, at this point, just off the information you gave, any of you guys that are watching right now, you work a regular job, you can spend 10 hours a week. 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of watching fucking TV and whacking off to porn, literally take 10 hours a week, do this. Find some places that can be close to you so you can figure it out, right? Hold your hand. Find some builders, just like he showed you. Find out how much it is. Look at some lots. Make some offers. Try to get a deal in the first month.
If you're working a dead-end job and you want to get out of this job ASAP, start doing it now.
I mean, like,
What you got to lose?
I literally teach people that have full-time jobs that are like, bro, this is crazy. Like, I work a 9 to 5. I even have a side hustle on my 9 to 5, and I just got my first 5K deal within 30 days of knowing you. That's more than my job.
Dude, that's completely doable, bro.
And that's side money.
Dude, if you work your job, right? Let's say you work 9 to 5, and then you take, 2 hours. You get home at 5. From 5 to 7, you do research, call, find deals. There's no way within 30 days you're not going to fucking get at least 5 contracts and close one.
And the best part is, I mean, that's all it takes. Like, they'll say, like, oh, Airbnb, side hustle, car rental, e-com. Bro, that shit is tough. Like, you have to put in. I have friends. We know the same people here in e-commerce. Bro, they're working endlessly, tirelessly. Like, and I barely work. You know, obviously, I'm active all day. I'm always working all day.
You're helping your students, though.
Yeah, of course. No, I do a lot, too much. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I want to see people win because it benefits everyone. There's more land available than anything else. Like, houses is a bit saturated for wholesale. Land, it's not.
I meant to ask you because if I were you, I wouldn't share none of this shit with nobody.
Why though? I can't do it all.
But I was about to say, there's so much land, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter,
So
and I can teach people.
Yeah.
And then what? We work together on deals.
Yep.
I bring them deals.
Wait.
They bring me deals.
You sure you're not one of them boys?
Nah.
Just kidding. He wants a cut, bro. He wants a cut. Just
No,
kidding.
I mean, that's a great way to scale because Florida's a hot market, and like I said before, people are going to fucking move here when this mayor comes, bro.
Yeah.
And everywhere else too, though.
droves.
It's like Florida's crazy, but you can't forget about all the other areas too. Like, you just can't. Like, eventually, Florida's going to be built out. Then what's next?
Yeah.
This is going to be around forever. You know, houses, wholesaling houses, it's a little bit different. It's competitive. Everyone knows about it, and everyone is spending all these big guys, bro, they spend $200,000 a month on Google ads for people to sell their house. You can't compete with that. With land, you can compete. Even if you text, you know, I'll tell you guys the website, smartercontact.com. Even if you text, like, I don't care, you know what I mean? Like, everyone needs to get on the game. Even if you text, it's like less than 2 cents per text message.
Damn.
You can send out 1,000 messages. There it is right there. 1,000 messages, bro, for $20. Do you know how many leads you are going to get out of that?
That's crazy.
For every 1,000 messages I send, typically, it's a signed contract.
That's better than email, for sure.
I mean, you can't. I don't even know how to email with this stuff, honestly. But so for every 1,000 text messages I send, we'll get a signed contract for $20. A signed contract for $20. And when you know what you're doing, almost every signed contract is going to be a sold contract.
You know who you're selling it to. You got
That's
your
what I'm
people
saying.
already.
So it's just crazy.
All right, we got some chats here.
Yeah.
Up.
I'm sure they got some questions. No, man, guys. I mean, just off the info he gave, you guys can literally start this shit right now.
Yeah.
Take 10 hours a week from your full-time job and get one. You're telling me 10 hours, 40 hours in the month, you can't do one fucking deal, bro?
I know that's the thing that people have to understand.
All right, let's see here.
The True Alpha. I'm late to the stream. Alex, so far I'm hearing some great insights. What are the key essentials to get started?
Simply to getting started and just literally just the 2 steps that I showed you. That's all you have to do. Just get started, please, everybody.
100%
That's it.
free, bro.
Just literally get started.
Literally free.
Neely Mon says, hey, Myron, quick question. Was offered 25K line of credit, work at a 9-to-5 job, with second job being part-time. Would it be smart to take 25K invested into making a Shopify account through the Brandify through Samir, or is that a stupid idea?
I can chime in here too when you're done.
Yeah, go ahead. You take it first.
So I know Samir very well. And the thing I've been being told here is that Samir's coaching program gives out too much valuable information. So it's not a bad idea. I mean, if you took that 25K and you took his program seriously, you're going to make money. It's just not, e-com is not quick money. You're not going to make quick money like you would with wholesale. The best part is you can do Samir's program 6 to 7 hours a day, and you can also do 1 to 2 hours a day of wholesaling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You can.
Like, literally, because
the good thing is that you can, like, it's flexible because you can do it on your
and
schedule.
you use that to fund your e-com. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit. Yeah,
because you'll get quick deals. You know, you don't make quick money in e-com. You get quick money with this, so you can take the money you're getting from these deals, buy more. And I mean, Samir's drop shipping, so he's not really. I don't know if he's buying inventory or not. I don't know his model fully, but he has a good program, bro. Like,
Yeah.
really,
Bro.
shout out to him.
All you guys are under 30, killing it.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
He's
They're
crazy though. Some of
all
these guys,
friends, bro.
some of these crypto ecom guys are like
Yeah.
crazy, like stupid money.
Yeah.
You know, like I do well, but they're making dumb money, bro. Dumb money.
We know somebody that went to Paris and Europe, and they spent
Yeah.
what, 100K on hotels only.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro, that's
I'm
crazy.
about to go to Europe, and my hotels were like 20 grand for 10 nights.
Oh man,
I mean, it's not even that bad. It's $2,000 a night.
I know,
You know.
but still.
But then when you get there, every dinner, $500. You want to go to the club?
Yeah.
You got to buy a table. I'm going to Mykonos in the peak of summer, so it's like everything is. I mean, you're gonna spend 50 grand there. You can't go there. You know, do not go to Europe.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Do not go to Europe.
It's expensive, bro.
It's crazy.
Okay. What is paperwork/contract name to have to make the deal?
So it's just an assignable contract. Again, free game. Google wholesale real estate assignable contract. Be careful. Some of these contracts aren't. You know, they have some loose ends as far as you can get caught having to having to actually buy the deal. Like I have gotten sued before. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, it'll never happen again though, because I got my contracts in order with an attorney.
Okay.
But just you got to
It's
be
got to
careful.
be an assignable contract, you
It
said?
has to be assignable. There's a few more things that's like legal mumbo jumbo that is tough to explain on here.
Okay.
So yeah.
But
I mean,
basically, they need language in there that if they back out, they're not on the hook for it.
that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
and that they don't have to
That's
submit
what you need.
escrow in X amount of time. I mean,
And I'm
there's just-
assuming by state, it's probably different.
it's different every state, man. That's
Okay.
why you need some type of somebody to be like, hey, here's
Yeah.
what you have to do.
Okay.
Reach out to realtors. Realtors know.
Okay.
They'll help you out. Realtors are your friends, guys, because at the end of the day, if you call a random realtor, a vacant land realtor, they're not listing, multi-million-dollar homes. Like, they want your business.
Yeah.
Hey, I need, lots here. I need lots here. Can you help me out with the contract side of things? And you're good most
Fair
of the
enough.
time.
Good stuff.
Question for Alex. Is there anything different for buying land in college towns that you would look for?
Land in college towns, probably not that much of it. It'd be more tear downs. So essentially, old houses in neighborhoods that kind of need some type of renovation, where they're just going to start rebuilding and turning it into a really nice area. There's probably not that much land, but it's all the same. You're looking for all the same things everywhere. Obviously, if you're in Colorado, there's mountains, things like that. It makes it a little bit different, but no, it's the same. You're looking for the same thing, no matter where it is. But you want to pick areas that have land, and there's a ton of land actually being sold.
All right.
Cool. When I get land under contract, where can I send it to get to you? Do you do seller finance on these? Also, Myron, do you have a buy box, and do you do sub 2 or SF, and how
Let's go,
can I
Myron.
get properties to you?
Look, bro, I'm getting people. They want to wholesale to you.
Oh,
They want to
shit.
bring you deals. So when you get it under contract, can you send it to me? I mean, probably not. Honestly, it's tough. I have people sending me stuff all day. That is just a waste of time. If you want to learn, be one of my students, and then sure, you can send me stuff because I'm teaching you exactly what to send me so that we're not wasting each other's time. But otherwise, it's pretty rare that I'm just going to take some random Instagram DM deal that I get because it's always a waste of time. I don't really have time to waste with that stuff.
Denver base, thanks for the sauce. No worries, man.
All right. Good stuff.
Alex says, I've wholesaled 100 houses in the past 5 years, and I'm interested in learning. Look out for my DM on IG.
That's a lot of deals, brother. That's a lot of deals. If that's true, we can chat. I'm gonna have to see some
Proof.
proof on that.
All right, what else do we got? That's it? Cool.
All right. Cool. Alex, this is a lot of value, a lot of sauce, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. For the homies. So, question, bro. You've been in Miami for how long again?
2.5 years now.
What have you learned living in Miami about the lifestyle, entrepreneurs here, and how to maneuver to be on point?
I mean, it's just everyone's a waste of time. Like literally, man, I've almost made I've made zero worthy connections other than like my two main friends, which is like KT and Nick. Like other than that, like they all have so much money.
It's all fake, bro.
Bro,
So fake.
this is
It's
all
literally
finesse.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's literally crazy.
This is the most capped city in America. Like they have this money, but them niggas are never working. It's crazy.
Nah, I used
bro.
to, when I first moved here, like I fell for that shit, but now it's like, it's just so easy to tell, bro. It's so easy to tell. Like, it's just, Miami is rough, honestly, at this point.
Also, you can tell because the people that were here aren't here
Smoke and
anymore.
mirrors, bro.
Like they were here for a little bit and then
They leave. But
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro. There's people that'll make it work. I mean, I swear to God, there's people that'll spend their last dollar to stay in Miami. They do not care. They will stay in Miami. They'll spend their last dollar until they're 40. I want to answer this comment right here. Vexy, the biggest cap and course seller. That's the vibe you get from me. Brother, I want you to go on my Instagram. Everything I do, there's nothing that you essentially can pull up about me that I have lied about. Every number I've ever talked about, every amount of money I've ever said I have made. I post my bank statements on social media, all right, for that reason.
who does that?
Hey.
Because
Yeah.
Nobody.
there's a lot of phonies on the internet. I started coaching for one reason, because there's guys out there that are coaching within my line of business that don't make money in my line of business. So I was like, if they're going to make money doing it, I'm going to do it too. So my business makes money. Number one, I post my bank statements every month with the company name from Chase Bank on the top left. So
Not many people do that. I'll tell you that.
not many people do that. Whatever you want from me, I will post it. I will share it because I'm honest about my numbers.
You know how I know Alex is the real deal?
Someone did have a good question though in the an FNF super
Yeah,
chat.
there's two
Those
more.
If you could show it.
You know I know
Uh-huh.
Alex is the real deal? So he just bought a car from a friend of mine that owns a dealership. And you got to prove your bank statements. And whenever I do that, they don't know this, but like, I can see like if they're capping or not. And
Yeah,
Alex
yeah.
is making some really good money.
You saw,
That's all I'm gonna say.
you saw my bank statements.
Hey man, I'm just
That's
gonna
crazy.
say you make the
That's
money,
funny.
bro. You can
I mean,
make the
yeah, I
money.
tell people how much I make. I'm in the
Yeah.
business of teaching people how much I make.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
here's how much I make. Like, I do anywhere from, I would say it averages out to 175 a month.
Nice.
And
That's great.
there's months I'll do, April I did 80 grand, bro. But in March I did 250. So it averages out.
We made money on the stock market.
And but I don't count that. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
of
my
course, of
actual
course.
business.
Yeah.
And the guys that do $1 million a month with e-commerce, do you know how hard it is to get to $1 million a month?
Oh, dude.
They're making the same amount of money as me.
Yeah.
Because my business is 90% profit margin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah, they'll show you the revenue, but they won't
Yeah,
show you
my
the
profit.
the profit margins because they're buying so much goddamn stock. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's an
So
expensive
for
business to
me
run.
to send out 400,000 text messages per month.
$20. No,
No,
actually,
no.
60.
So 400,000 a month times 0.013. I spend $5,200 a month on marketing, bro.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
It's nothing.
But obviously I have, my guys. I have a very good team, like literally like family, like, so they get paid and they get paid pretty decent. I pay above industry standard for that stuff. So like, but it's still like at the end of the day, I would say 85%, worst case, 85% margin.
No, that's
So, yeah.
fucking fantastic, bro. Show me another business that you get profit margins like
You
that.
can't.
That's fucking
I
crazy.
don't know any.
There's
You
none.
can't,
I don't know
it
any.
doesn't
You-
exist.
You,
but
need to do an online service-based business to even come close to that.
But the thing is, like, you can only get land to probably 250, 300 a month, which, shit, that's
That's
good
that's
ass
great.
money. But for me, like,
great.
I have, I wanna be Mr. 1 million a month minimum,
Okay.
and do some bigger plays. So I'm just gonna get into building. I'm gonna stick with what I know. I already know exactly what the builders are paying, where they're building, and now I have relationships with them.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Hey, can you build this for me? Like the one we did, the number one guy I was flipping these contracts to. He's who's building the houses
And now you're
for
about,
me.
you're about to meet Jay Roberts, which is a
Tomorrow.
huge multimillionaire.
And make no mistake about it, like you make these guys a lot of money when you sell them this land. Like they're making
Yeah.
they're making money hand over fist, like because they build and then they sell it. They bought it for what,
Yeah, but
30,000.
they're
Put a
taking
house
on the
it.
risk.
Yeah.
They're taking
Of
out the
course, of
construction
course.
loan, whatever. So they make
course.
more money on the deal. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But they have a lot going on. A lot of headaches. I have no headaches. But yeah, that guy's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I told him in my DM, I was like, I'll put this right here. Like, give him my last dollar to learn from him, because I believe in that stuff. Like, I told him straight up. I said, bro, I'll give you 50 grand for a phone
Bro,
conversation.
I got friends that like tell me, okay, he's a real deal, he's fake. Bro,
He can't fake it.
I've only- dude.
he's Prosper Group. Every building
Bro.
you see going up in Miami is either him,
Bro.
Related Group, or BH.
bro, he's a real deal.
So he probably answered my DM. I was like, yo, I'll literally give you 50 grand for a conversation, because that's how valuable it is.
Yeah.
It is. He gives me the steps. I do one project. Bro, the projects he's doing, he's making 100 M's.
We had a friend pay
Profit.
Alex Harmouzi 100K MLD for a 6-hour session. So
People don't understand how far it goes. Like, people are like, oh, in the comments, another course seller, this and that. They don't understand. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I didn't pay someone.
yeah,
Every business I failed until I put my pride to the side and I said, all right, bro, just teach me. I'll give you $5 grand, whatever. Like it pays off. Who cares?
It always does.
Like literally, who cares? Just don't. Again, scammers on the internet. So that's why I post my bank statements. You see my Instagram stories every day. It's a different wire transfer, right?
Yeah.
Like it's shit you can't fake.
Listen, bro, I didn't know you're real.
No, I know, but people I always get. I get stuff online. People are like,
I
"Oh,
was gonna say shit.
Yep.
this is fake money.
I mean,
it's
look,
not real
they can
money."
apply what you said just off the free stuff and actually start utilizing it right now.
People will make money off of this.
Yeah, off that.
And I want to know.
thing.
I mean, we'll see. Join the next show and tell these guys what's up. Like we'll see. But people will make money if they actually
Put the work in.
put it to work.
Someone asked a good question. If you buy the lot for $15K and sell it to the builder for $20K, how do you get your cut without the seller knowing?
It's an assignable contract. It's the title company facilitates the entire deal, and it's called a blind HUD statement. So basically, the seller has their own closing statement, and the buyer has their own, so they can't see.
Awesome.
And even if they do see, cool, you signed a legally binding contract. Do you want to back out? If so, I'll file a breach of contract. And you know what? I had one of those today. I literally had one today, as we speak. The lady was like, "You're making," I think it was like only 3.9K on this deal, and I just, I was like, "Hey,
Oh, she's so with the seller?
Yeah.
She's pissed off?
brother." I mean,
What the fuck? She should be
a
happy
lot of
that
these
you
sellers,
found, you got
a lot
her
of
a
these
deal.
sellers, man, they don't want to see it. They don't want to.
What the fuck?
She wants the extra 3.9 grand, But I said, cool, you signed a contract. This is the contract. I don't want to have my lawyer reach out. You're a nice, sweet lady. Everything's been perfect up until today. But if I have to, business is business. My lawyer will reach out.
That's going to get her to stop right there.
She stopped. She signed. I got paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hate doing it, but it's like business is business. You signed the contract. You'd be sellers freak out. There's times we've had to cancel deals last second. They throw a fit. So it's like, you'd be pissed off.
That's rare that a seller would
cancel.
come in and get mad, though. Like,
Nah, it happens often, bro.
wow, because they find out that a middleman did it.
Yeah, but
They should be happy you
it's on the
fucking-
title company sometimes, and once you find like a good title company, they know better than to let the seller see.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
again-
And guys, just so you know, in Florida, title companies handle everything. Some states, Connecticut does lawyers.
Same
Florida
with like South
does-
Carolina.
Yeah,
they do lawyers
Every
too.
state is different, but yeah, title company guys, think of it. It's like it's a middleman that facilitates the deal. So that's nice that they give two separate.
Yeah, it makes
that's
it
good.
easy, and you don't have to do shit, bro. You get the contract signed, you send it to the title company, they do the rest. 21, 30 days, boom, wire transfer in the bank. There's nothing
And you're
more.
on to the next deal.
On to the next deal.
Yeah.
And if you could replicate, if you could do one deal, you could do another deal, and if you could do two, you could do three.
And then from there, it's just scaling up.
It's just rinse and repeat. You got to learn how to scale. You got to turn it into a business,
Yeah.
Because this stuff that I'm showing these guys on here is a side hustle,
Yep.
right? But it's a side hustle that can still put 20 grand in your pocket every month.
Yep.
And then how I'm running it is a business. I'm tracking everything. I know my exact numbers. I know if I text 1,000 people, I'm getting a signed contract.
Yeah.
You
You've systemized it. But
Very
like for these
systemized.
guys here, like, bro, you guys could do it at a basic level, kind of just grunt your way through it, and be able to make more probably than your fucking job if you.
That's how I
actually put the
started.
Time in.
My first 6 months, I didn't know any about this smarter contact shit or off market. Bro, I made over 500 grand.
Wow.
And again,
with no,
I didn't spend a
no
dollar.
System, yeah,
No system.
yeah,
No system. And again,
how much
receipts.
hours did you put in per month? Would you say?
Per month or per week? I mean, let's
Per week. We've said per week if it's easier.
Bro, I'm talking 3 hours a day, man. 3 hours a day. But also, I hit a gold mine. I hit Port St. Lucie before it became like popping off.
Yeah.
I hit a gold mine. So, I mean, that's not the average.
But bro, three hours per day for a year, 500K. Bro, guys can do half that.
It's
and
crazy.
make. If you, bro, some of these guys make 100K,
Yeah.
50K, 20K, 30K. That's life-changing money for a
Bro,
lot of
I
these
know.
guys.
Bro, six
Side
figures
hustle.
a year, 100K
No
you
one
can
makes
do it,
that.
guys.
for the entire year.
Y'all can do it just off
No
the
one
shit
makes
he just
that.
put.
No.
He just said, bro, literally off the shit he just gave you guys, you could do it.
What are the cons of doing this? Like,
I
are there
mean,
any cons?
you always have to find the next deal.
Okay.
That's the con. You
Yeah.
know, you have to find the next deal. It's not like there's some businesses where you have reoccurring revenue, things like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you always have to find the next customer, the next deal.
True.
Yeah.
That's the only con.
Yeah,
There's
I was
not
gonna
a con.
say, yeah, the real con is just like you got to put time and work in, but
But that's a
after
con.
the system
I mean,
in place, yeah,
is
like,
that a con?
But that's
No.
con for anything. So it's like after a period of
It
time,
just blows
you
my
get
mind.
better and better and better, and then you.
I know.
And also, I'm gonna work with Alex on some stuff because like this shit's fucking amazing, bro. You should too because it's really legit.
Bro,
No,
like
no,
I
sure.
want to get
Yeah.
into new construction. Even the biggest guys in new construction, Jay Roberts, you think he's putting his own money in the
Oh
deal?
no, hell no,
Bro, fuck no.
Bro, none of these real estate guys put their
You know,
money
like
in. Fuck
I
outta
need
here.
it. I want to
None
build
of them.
heavy. I know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
I've done a couple, and everyone needs investors. I need investors. You know,
Bro, none of the
Like-
big real estate guys ever put their money in. Ever,
never
bro.
for what?
Hell no.
For what?
Why do you think?
You know?
You think Grant Cardone wants to be on the internet, bro?
OPM,
No,
OPM.
he's on there, bro. He's literally on the internet and marketing just to find investors. He doesn't give a fuck about clout or nothing.
Yeah.
I just need investors.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it works.
Yeah, that's what it's about, bro.
It's
All
the
these
only
real
way to
estate
scale.
guys.
Think
Yeah.
about it. Like, for example, right? If I wanted to build 20 houses in like Central Florida, these areas I do, it's going to cost me 500 grand cash.
Yeah.
Let's say I only had 500 grand cash that I could deploy into this. And those houses take 6 months to finish. How can I scale my business if
Yeah.
I'm stuck waiting for these to sell to get my next 500 grand? You need investors, bro.
Bro, no
All
one-
the builders have investors.
Yeah, everybody. Nobody uses
Nothing,
their own
and
money.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Hell
you know,
no.
people act like, oh, I don't need anyone's money, but
Bro,
you're dumb.
nobody uses their own money, bro.
You're gonna
Hell
plateau
no.
at some point. You're
You
gonna plateau.
plateau, you get stuck.
Bro,
You're
nobody uses
always
their own money,
waiting
bro.
around.
Using your own money is retarded.
You're risking your own money too.
Stupid as hell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, even when you buy the regular person, you don't even use your own money. The bank is giving
give you the money.
like 80 to 95% of the money. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
all right, cool. Anything else?
We got 2 more chats, and
Okay.
then we'll head out there for some after hours. Black Expanser says, are there any drawbacks, caveats, or challenges for beginners? What are 2 things to look out for?
I would say for beginners, I mean, it's just like the learning curve. You know what I mean? Like if you started working out in the gym, it's going to take you a little bit to pick up the movements of the bench press, whatever. But like the learning curve for this in comparison to something else, you know, I always use e-commerce as an example just because it's the most popular out there. Not to put it down, it's a great business. You're gonna have a 6-month learning curve. With this, once again, you can watch a few videos, go through the motions for a week, and you're through the learning curve just like that.
Wow.
You know, like I have people, bro, like literally, again, I have receipts, go on my Instagram story. Like I have people that get a deal their first week.
I believe it.
Like their first week, bro.
It's a matter of time,
5K.
bro.
Oh my God, Alex, I just made my monthly salary within a week of knowing you, bro.
Bro,
This
I
is
100%
crazy.
believe it. It's a matter of like you just got to call enough people, man. Like if you put the time in, you call enough people, you're gonna hit the deal. Like it's just a matter of when, not if you put the time in.
And then what are 2 things to look out for? I mean, there's not much to look out for. You know, find the markets, find the builders, and just put in the work. I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. And then as far as taxes, what's a smart percent to put back for taxes? I mean, it depends what state you live in, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not an accountant, but in Florida, I mean, put away 30%, you know, 30%.
30% is
It doesn't mean you're going to have to pay that, but, you know, get your write-offs, but still put away 30%. Don't be dumb. This contract I speak of, it's an assignment of contract. You know, every single assignment of contract's a little bit different. Again, I got in trouble downloading them off the internet using like ChatGPT and shit too to write these contracts. I did end up getting sued, whatever. It wasn't a big deal. Luckily, I had like the money to pay it. But the police, bro, in the SLS, the police literally came and knocked on my door.
Oh, to serve you.
To serve me, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Crazy.
The sheriff's, yeah.
So you need an attorney to write it up, you know.
Yeah.
So I provide that to people too.
And here's
So
the
don't
beauty,
risk it.
guys. Get it written up one time. Be good. Never
Yeah.
have
You know
to worry
what?
about it again.
I have an attorney written contract. I'll never get in trouble again, and I provide it to people. I'm not weird,
The good
bro.
thing is he made the mistakes so that you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much do you need to start, and how much can you make per month? Well, as far as starting, I mean, we're talking free. Like I'm not playing games
You
when I
showed
say
it, man.
I'm not playing games when I say it's free. Like you can start for free completely. You don't need $1. How much can you make a month? I mean,
It's on you.
it's on you. How hard are you going to work? I told you my numbers anywhere from 150 to 250 a month. I mean, I've been doing it for 2 years. I've been working really hard, and I don't really take no for an answer. You know, if things aren't going my way, I'll figure it out. So
I'll tell you this, bro. If you put in 2 hours, like I said, 2 hours, 5 days a week, so that's 40 hours a month. Bro, there's no way you're not going
That's
to get
6
one
figures
deal.
a year.
Yeah, there's no way you're not going to get at least one deal.
obviously, given
No
that
way.
you get through the learning curve first.
Yeah.
Once you get through the learning curve, if you're putting in 40 hours a month, not a week, a month, into your own business,
2 hours a day.
2 hours a day, you're working for yourself, you're not working for someone else, you'll make more than your current job. That's if you are not already a 6-figure per year earner, which not a lot of people are, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone acts like 10K a month is broke these days,
Hell
you know?
no.
It's like,
Still fantastic money,
bro,
bro.
it's the average shit is what, 40K a year?
40 or 50, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even. I think it's like 36, honestly. I mean, it's different
Depends on
stats.
where you
Could
are.
be less.
Different
Yeah.
states.
But like the household income in the U.S. is not that high.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's 2 hours a day on top of what you're already doing with your job. Reinvest the money, pocket the money, keep your job, don't quit your job right away. So there's a lot of land in Colorado, but a lot of it is off the grid. It is off the grid, a lot of it. But guess what? If you are using the filters that I teach you right here in 5 minutes to use on Zillow.com, I mean, you'll find the areas that are popping off. That's it. Just look, where is it popping off? Where is the most land being sold? And you don't have to worry about it.
I like this comedian. He's legit.
Comedian.
Oh, he means
This
yeah.
nigga, bro. All right, ridiculous. All right, what else do we got? That's it?
All right, Alex, where can they find you, brother?
Yeah.
And what's up next for you?
If they want your mentoring.
Instagram, Alex Mineo _.
Can you put it on the screen?
Yeah, I think you could pull it up there.
Yeah.
That's where you can find me at.
And then any projects coming up? Anything happening?
I mean, I'm going heavy in new construction for sure. I made my mind up on that. I've been wanting to start another business, not because land flipping's not the best in the world, but because, again, I think it caps out around $250 to $300 per month on average. And you can go higher, don't get me wrong, but that's when
200, 300,000.
300,000 a month.
Yeah,
a month.
You said 300, so I want to make sure.
Yeah,
that
yeah, which is over $3 million
you're
a
putting in
year.
the work, yeah.
But the issue is, that's when it becomes a headache.
Of course.
And the point of this
that's the
business
wrong page,
is no headache, brother. That is not my Instagram.
yeah, let me send it to you, Bills.
That is definitely not me. Put the underscore. There's an underscore after.
I put it for you and take
They
over.
can't see it yet. He's finding it. Yeah, you good. Don't worry.
But yeah, I mean, I want to start another business in tune with my current business, you know? So I'm already doing land, working with builders. Now I'm going to start building homes. You know, I can source the land myself off market for a discount. I got a good amount of cash put away to buy the land. I mean, you've seen, like, bro, I changed my spending habits completely.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You used to spend $10K at the club. Now, you ask me to go out, I'm like, hell no, I'm not going to the club. Like,
Yeah.
I don't spend any money other than, like, on rewarding myself when it's, you know,
Cars.
deserved. Cars, whatever. Who cares? I like watches too. But watches is also, I mean, there's a mixed opinion on it. I mean, it's money in the bank, you know? Like, if I don't want to put all my eggs in the stock market, because sometimes it's a little bit weird, whatever, don't trust, you know, the government. You never know what can happen. I mean, you want to be able to access it.
Crypto gold.
I also started
watches.
buying, like, gold, like actual gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Told
yeah.
you.
It's a good move.
Yeah, stuff like that.
All right.
So,
Good stuff, bro.
All right, cool. Guys, you guys got his socials. I think we got in the description as well, man. If you guys want to go ahead and get mentoring from him, go check him out, guys. No, a lot of off the info that you get just for free, you can learn. And land is not my thing, so I'm glad that we brought somebody in that actually knows about land. So cool, guys. We'll be after hours? What time?
Yeah. Chris, whenever you get, sir. I don't know what Chris is doing.
All right, we'll probably start around 10:30 to 11, guys. In that time, we're on nigga time, so we'll catch you guys back here in about 30 to 45 minutes.
Peace.
Love you guys. Go check out
Alex Mineo.
Alex, and his Instagram is below in the description. Peace.